everyone, and welcome to Coach Dave Academy. This is Suellio Almeida. We're going to see my lap with the Porsche Cup at Fuji. We're going to see the entire lap, and then we're going to talk about corner by corner. All right, so going into the very first corner here, it's all about braking correctly. So we don't have a lot of good references for this one. I am actually using the 150. I'm braking way before that, so it's around halfway between 200 and 175. Then we're gonna brake patiently and wait without braking too hard. You don't want to overheat the tires. You want to brake and wait a little bit, around 80%. And then wait. The turning point, I am turning more or less at this white line here. And I'm turning in still on third gear. And then I'm downshifting to second to get a little bit more engine braking. I'm really aiming for that little bollard there on the inside. Although, let's see how much I get. You see, not that much, but I'm really looking at it. And then we get back on power as soon as we know, as we feel that we are going to not go fully off track here. So as you can see, this is pretty much the limit here for me for the off track. If you get a little bit more to the left, that will be an off track. And then for this one, we are really aiming for that bollard. We're gonna try to actually hit it. So I'm turning in very early here. Let's see how close I get to it. And there you go. So we really aim to hit the bollard. I think actually, even if you do hit a little bit, nothing is going to happen because there's no collision with that bollard. So you can hit a little bit. Just make sure you don't go way too much because that will give you a slowdown. And then on the outside here, the aim is to always have the tires on the curb until the end. And on the end here, you cannot have 4 tires on the green. So that's pretty much the limit there. And then you want to just stay here on the inside and kind of like use a little bit of this inside, letting the car go wide a little bit and then back on power, apexing this as late as you can. I actually apexed it a little bit too early. So as you can see, I'm going wide now here a little bit too much. I think I could be one car a little bit more to the right to prepare better the left-hander, but it was still fast because I actually gained a little bit of time there. And as you can see, I'm trying to bring the car on the last moment and then braking with the car pointing to the outside, which is not necessarily ideal. And then on this one here, really aiming to get as close as possible to this yellow curb. You want to use the camber of the red and white curb because it really makes the car rotate. And then back on power, relax your hands here. There's not a lot of grip, so really let the car drift all the way to the outside. And that's going to be the best thing you can do to not overheat your tires over the course of a race stint. And then here, for a braking reference, what I'm really using is the end of this little skid mark here. It's a fixed skid mark, so it's actually part of the track, so it doesn't change. So I'm really using that one there for braking. As you can see, braking pretty hard. We're kind of going up a little bit, so a little compression. And then on this apex here, first gear, lots of engine braking and really cut this. Just don't have the left tires on the orange curb. But as soon as you can have like a little bit on the red and white, you're good. You won't be punished by that. And then here, change direction quite immediately. And then use this curb on the inside. The first layer though. The second one I kind of used a little bit. I don't think it's ideal. I think it's a little bit faster if you don't, because the second layer is off camber, so it pushes the car back a little bit. And then here, it's very, very important that you cut this because you're going to gain a lot of time. Just make sure you have 2 tires on the curb still. Just a little bit of 2 tires on the curb. And also make sure you practice this a lot, because sometimes the way you hit it makes the car jump. And it's really not good because it actually damages the car. So this one will need lots of practice until you're 100% sure that you're not hitting it in the way that will make the car jump. And then for the next one here, it's really lots of trail braking and trying to get the latest apex possible, actually using a little bit of this grass. This grass here at the end of the green curb is my reference to make sure I'm actually hitting the right apex, then allow the car to fall off a little bit to the left. And then almost the same thing for this one. Very, very, very patient trail braking. We don't have enough time to open up all the way to the outside, so I'm using this much on the track. And then same thing, trying to aim for this green here. As you can see, on this one, we actually missed a little bit because the track is a little bit tighter. And so you don't have to go necessarily all the way there. But if you look at that little end of the green, that gives you a very good reference of where you are on the track. And then for this one, same thing. We don't want to go all the way to the outside. We go more or less through, say, 2/3 to the left. Then we're already trail braking and aiming for the best exit you can have. Actually, I did miss the apex a little bit here, but this was still the best sector because I had a very, very good exit. And then on the outside, it's okay to use a little bit of this yellow. Just make sure you don't use way too much, because the same thing, it may make the car jump. So make sure you practice that to be consistent and safe over the race stint. So that is it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next week.